How's it going, Jack Tackers, and welcome back to another video for you guys. Today, I'm going to be ranking all 62 episodes of Breaking Bad from worst to best. Now, a few things I should mention before we actually get into this. All of these episodes are at least good. Breaking Bad is an extraordinary series, and it kind of amazes me how it doesn't really have a bad episode. So if one of your favorite episodes is ranked a bit lower than you would have put it, just remember, I still love it. This was a super hard thing to do. Also, I'm ranking these episodes upon a recent rewatch, so in a way, I'm judging how they hold up after multiple viewings. Do these episodes still pack a punch after the initial watch? I may have a bit of a different view on certain episodes when it isn't my first time seeing them. Anyways, let's get into the ranking, starting off at number 62. Season 4, Episode 3, Open House. Honestly, this is just a weak episode by Breaking Bad standards. Again, it's good, but yeah, compared to the other episodes, not amazing. 61, Season 3, Episode 3, IFT. Kind of boring, but not bad. 60, Season 3, Episode 4, Greenlight. It's nothing too incredible. There's a few good things in here, but overall it's just kind of decent. 59, Season 3, Episode 8, ICU. Kind of a stagnant episode, I feel like. There are a few decent moments with Jesse screwing around in the lab, and Juan Bolsa dying, of course, but this ultimately doesn't bring a whole lot to the show. I kind of just feel like it's Walton Gang sitting in the hospital. 58, Season 2, Episode 4, Down. There's some fun to be had, but it's not a great episode. 57, Season 2, Episode 5, Breakage. This one is kind of forgettable. 56, Season 1, Episode 5, Gray Matter. Some decent character development, of course, but nothing too exciting. 55, Season 3, Episode 5, Moss. This is a decent episode. I like the introduction of the Super Lab, but there's a few dull moments with Skylar, unfortunately. 54, Season 2, Episode 7, Negro y Azul. There's some iconic moments in here for sure, but there's also a portion of the episode that's just kind of not bad though. 53, Season 3, Episode 9, Kafkaesque. The highlight of this episode would definitely be the great monologue Jesse has in group, but apart from that, it's just okay. 52, Season 3, Episode 10, Fly. Okay, so this is widely regarded as the worst episode of the series, and while it does stick out like a sore thumb, I find enjoyment from it. It had a lot of good dialogue and funny moments, but it's nothing great, it's just good. 51, Season 5, Episode 2, Madrigal. This is a fine episode, but there's also a lot of exposition that I guess doesn't feel as interesting upon rewatch. 50, Season 4, Episode 4, Bullet Points. Decent episode that provides plot development, however, there's a few moments, but it's pretty good. 49, Season 4, Episode 5, Shotgun. This one's very interesting as we get to see Mike and Jesse's relationship start to form. Not an amazing episode, but it's alright. 48, Season 5, Episode 3, Hazard Pay. Seeing Walt, Jesse, and Mike trying to find a new place to cook is pretty fun. This episode feels similar to Season 2 in that regard, when they were still trying to figure out business. There are a few somewhat boring moments in here, though. 47, Season 3, Episode 2, Caballo Sin Nombre. This isn't the most exciting episode of the series, however, yes, there is some great stuff, such as the pizza getting thrown onto the roof. That's kinda epic. 46, Season 4, Episode 9, Bug. There's definitely some good stuff in here, but unfortunately there's multiple moments with Skylar and Ted that are just not too interesting to watch. 45, Season 2, Episode 6, Peekaboo. Yeah, not a lot happens in this episode, but I find myself going back to this one all the time. It's fun. 44, Season 3, Episode 11, Abiquiu. Pretty interesting episode that develops the plot a fair bit. It's solid. 43, Season 2, Episode 3, Bit by a Dead Bee. Okay, upon rewatch, this one's way better than I thought it was. Don't get me wrong, it's not incredible, but it's good. I must have forgotten about it. 42, Season 1, Episode 4, Cancer Man. Not a bad episode. It's fun to see Walt blow up the car at the end, but there are a few boring moments. 41, Season 2, Episode 1, 737. The cliffhanger at the end with Tuco is just so good. 40, Season 5, Episode 4, 51. This episode acts as a very good time marker for the series. Seeing how different Walt and Skylar's relationship after a year is super important to the series, and overall, I just like this episode. 39, Season 4, Episode 7, Problem Dog. Aaron Paul's acting is absolutely insane in this episode. 38, Season 2, Episode 13, Abiquiu. For a finale, it's not amazing, but it's still really solid, especially the introduction of Mike. 37, Season 4, Episode 2, 38, Snub. This is a good episode that deals with the aftermath of an incredible premiere. 36, Season 5, Episode 12, Rabid Dog. I kind of feel like this is the last chill episode of the series. Not to say that this episode isn't intense and doesn't move the plot forward, but the last 4 episodes after this one just feel like one long finale. Anyways, this is still a good episode overall. 35, Season 4, Episode 10, Salud. There's a lot to love about this episode, especially all the stuff with Jesse, Mike, and Gus. Walt and Walter Jr. also have a good moment in this episode. However, there's a few scenes with Skylar and Ted that really dragged this episode down. Oh man, the season 4 stuff with Skylar and Ted is just bad. 34, season 4, episode 6, Cornered. This is one that has a lot of great moments of dialogue, well, especially the I am the danger line. It's awesome. 33, season 5, episode 9, Blood Money. This is definitely a solid episode. Seeing Walt and Hank face off at the end is great stuff. 32, season 1, episode 7, a no rough stuff type deal. While it may not have been the intended finale for season 1, it's still pretty good. 31, season 3, episode 6, Sunset. This is a pretty intense episode that has a lot going on for it, such as the destruction of the RV, which is kind of sad upon rewatch. It's a very solid episode. 30, season 5, episode 10, Buried. This is really where the second half of season 5 picks up, in my opinion. Seeing Hank try and lock up Walt is really good stuff. 29, season 1, episode 1, Pilot. It's just a great start to the show. 28, season 1, episode 6, Crazy Handful of Nothin. It's always awesome seeing Walt blowing up Tuco's compound. I love it. 27, season 1, episode 3, and the Bags in the River. Walt killing Crazy was so intense yet kind of sad for Walt, and it's just, yeah, it's a good moment of the show. 26, season 5, episode 1, Live Free or Die. This was a good way of kicking off the final season. It deals with the aftermath of season 4's finale, while also leaving in some mystery of what's to come. 25, season 1, episode 2, Cats in the Bag. I'm not sure why I like this one so much. I don't know, I just think it's fun to see Walt and Jesse's antics trying to handle Crazy 8 and Emilio. I love it. 24, season 2, episode 10, Over. Okay, I'll admit, if this episode didn't contain that badass ending scene, it'd be a lot lower, but it does contain the badass ending scene, so it's higher. 23, season 2, episode 11, Mandala. Solid episode overall, especially with the introduction of Gus. Yeah, it has that one moment with Skylar singing Happy Birthday to Ted that makes you want to gouge your eyes and ears out, but, you know, apart from that. 22, season 5, episode 6, Buyout. Seeing Walt's ego grow more and more is really good. This episode is pretty great. 21, season 3, episode 7, 1 minute. The last 5 minutes or so are without a doubt super suspenseful, however, the rest of the episode's good too. 20, season 5, episode 11, Confessions. This is a pretty amazing episode. There's a lot of emotional and intense moments in here, and all around it's just a great watch. 19, season 5, episode 5, Dead Freight. The train heist never gets old, it's so fun and intense. 18, season 3, episode 1, No Mas. This is a really good start to season 3, and an episode that I kind of forgot about. It brings a lot to the table. 17, season 2, episode 12, Phoenix. A very important episode for the series, and one that's pretty good. Jane's death is tragic, yet it really adds to Walt's character. 16, season 4, episode 12, End Times. Being the penultimate episode of season 4, this is obviously a very stressful episode. This is truly the mental war between Walt and Gus. All around, this is just a great episode. 15, season 4, episode 1, Box Cutter. There's a few subplots that are kind of meh, but overall this episode's fantastic. It's incredibly tense and almost scary in a lot of ways. It's actually the best season premiere in my opinion. 14, season 4, episode 8, Hermanos. This is honestly one of the most interesting episodes of the series. Seeing a glimpse of Gus's past is truly fascinating. 13, season 4, episode 11, Crawl Space. I mean, we all know about the ending scene. It's fucking amazing. It's one of the best scenes in any media. There's no other way to put it. There are a few moments in this episode that hold it back from being even better than it is, though. 12, season 2, episode 2, Grilled. Very suspenseful. You're on the edge of your seat for most of the episode. 11, season 5, episode 8, Gliding Overall. Okay, the Crystal Blue Persuasion montage is extraordinary. Also, the ending scene with Hank figuring out Walt is Heisenberg is a top-tier moment of the show. 10, season 3, episode 13, Full Measure. This is a really riveting finale that leaves off on a crazy cliffhanger. All around, this is an amazing episode. 9, season 3, episode 12, Half Measures. Overall, just a really good episode. The ending scene is incredible, and Mike's monologue is especially great. No more half measures, Walter. 8, season 2, episode 8, Better Call Saul. Okay, this is just a super fun episode. I don't know, there's something about this one that always brings me back to it. I love Saul, so maybe that's why. 7, season 5, episode 7, Say My Name. All around, this is just a spectacular episode. We get the amazing Say My Name scene, and the death of Mike. It's so well done. 6, season 5, episode 13, Tahajali. This episode is spectacular. There's so much tension going on. The cliffhanger is ridiculous, and everything comes to a head. It's the perfect build-up to the climax of the series. It's brilliant. 5, season 2, episode 9, 4 Days Out. This is just a really good episode. Seeing Walt and Jesse try and fix the RV while being stranded out in the desert is just super fun. It's a very nostalgic episode, too. 4, season 4, episode 13, Face Off. In many ways, this feels like a series finale, but it's not. It's an incredibly executed episode that has unbelievable payoffs. It's damn near perfect. 3. Season 5, Episode 15, Granite State. This episode's sandwiched between Ozymandias and Felina, and I feel like it's often overlooked, but it's terrific. It perfectly sets up the finale and deals with the aftermath of the previous episode in such a depressing yet intriguing way. It's amazing. Also, the ending scene is goosebumps inducing. Okay, so these last two are hard to rank. I change my mind every day, but ultimately at number 2, I have Season 5, Episode 14, Ozymandias. Okay, a lot of people say this is the best episode of television ever, and well, yeah, it's pretty incredible. This is basically the climax of the series, and everything done here is so well executed. It's fantastic. But at number 1, I have to put Season 5, Episode 16, Felina. I don't know, man. This is just my personal favorite episode. It's better than Ozymandias. It feels so perfect and final, but, Ozymandias is perfect too. But everything is wrapped up terrifically. I remember the first time watching this episode and just being in awe after it ended, and to be honest, I still feel the same way upon multiple rewatches, including my most recent one. It's not only the best episode of television, it's just one of the best pieces of media out there. And yeah, I really love it. So that's all 62 episodes of Breaking Bad ranked from worst to best. Of course, let me hear your ranking or some of your favorites, some of your least favorite episodes down in the comments below. And if you guys like this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace. Boop.